Hi everyone, this is Imran here. I am a founder at Tech Conversion. So we have created a founder's dashboard for you where you can have a business performance, all the metrics together here. So we'll go through one by one and I hope you will be understanding this. In case if you have any kind of doubts, we'll be sharing you the email ID where you can share your feedbacks or doubts. If you have, you can contact us. So this dashboard has been designed in a way where you can measure your total expense data and your leads and the leads basically where we say like once you get a email, a company name, lead, I mean the name of the founder or owner, and the source like where you have got the lead and the point of contact method. So these are the lead details where you have got, and once you're contacting them then it gets to qualified leads. So once it's a qualified list, and then you can either book a meeting from the with them, and it can become follow up or it can go to deal soon, and there are chances that it will go to follow up mostly, and from follow up it will go to the deal soon, and from deal soon that's the last stage. So also there is a nurturing leads we have for qualified leads and also for non-qualified leads. So I'll explain you one by one. Also we have the prediction here. So prediction basically helps you to measure all the data, the existing data, which we call it as an historical data, and also it will help you to like it will show you like based upon your I mean if you just insert the percentage number here. For example, based upon your current scenario, if you want to increase 10% of your revenue which you have generated here, you have to mention 10, 20, 15, whatever the number you have to, I mean you are planning to increase, you can mention here. And then we also have the prediction A, B, C, where it will show you based upon your existing based upon your existing leads and conversion ratio. You can have the increment of from like 3 crore to 5 crore. So it's like you just have to insert the targeted revenue here. So it will show you in three predictions where you can have the same leads what you generated to in order to get this revenue. See, 354 leads is what overall generated here, and you did 40 sales here. So with the same 40 sales, 354 leads, which has the same conversion ratio, where the sale value has to be increased in order to reach this target, or with the same leads but with the different sale numbers and different conversion ratio, but with the same ticket size which generated using, I mean for the previous or for existing or historic data. You can use the same in only just increasing the sales and conversion. You can reach out to this targeted revenue. Or the prediction A, which is very realistic, where you have to increase the number of leads. For example, instead of 354 leads, you need to generate 586 leads, where 66 sales has to be happened, um, where the conversion ratio is same from leads to the sale done, and the average ticket size is already there. That's what a basic average ticket size you do. Its overall is 5 crores you're reaching. So these are the three predictions where you can keep data in your hand. You can get the help from this prediction, where you can measure like based upon the existing data. You can either insert your percentage ratio to increase, or you can mention directly the revenue to reach out, so that you can understand using the predictions. Now you also have the employee data here. So in employee data, yes, you can keep tracking. So these are the sales people. So why I'm starting from employees data, not from the dashboard, it's like I want you to understand first. So the main part is here inserting the employee name and the other details as per the scenario. So only once you are going to mention here. So once you mention all these details, the age in system, it's totally based upon the date of joining. So for example, if you are changing the date of joining from Jan to April, any six, so instead of 56 it has been changed to 53. So this will automatically keep increasing based upon the months you will travel. And here the main part comes. So this is a package LPA, and overall incentives achieved. you no need to edit overall incentives achieved because if the salesperson have received the incentives, you have to mention here on Jan, Feb, March if it's there, so that it will keep adding it. So you have to mention the salary in package, and leave balance, leave taken is optional. If you want to track, it's your wish, it's just an optional. And also you have to mention the salary on Jan and incentives if it's there, Feb salary, and then incentives. So every month once you need to update this once you have shared the salaries. So I'm just mentioning the salary, and this will be calculated here as a client acquisition cost. Means the amount which you spend for salary to your sales team, marketing team, that will get added, and the amount which you spend for the marketing and sales expenses like digital marketing, SEO, sales commissions or sales tools, CRMs, marketing materials, events, exhibition, webinars, so all this other marketing sales, so all this will get added. And also those no, like salaries and incentives will get added, and that will be divided by the number of sales you have converted, deals you have won. And here you have spent 3 lakh 6,000 in the month of Jan to get one deal closed. So this is the client acquisition cost, which means you can understand that what is the expenses, means like what is the exact amount you are spending in overall sales and marketing, including the salaries, incentives, where you are achieving one sale in order by spending 3 lakh 6,000. So you are spending this 3 lakh 6,000 to get one deal closed. So in case if you can go to prediction and you can check like the number of sales you have closed. So this is not manually you're entering, this is automated. So you don't need to do anything here. You just have to keep monitoring this data. So for example, in the month of March, if you see, you have closed 3 sales. This is sample data, 3 sales, and overall leads you have generated is 34. So in the month of March. Now let's see what I have, means like how much I have spent to get this 3 sales. I need to go to dashboard. I need to go to the March. Here is the March data, and if you come to March, so you have spent 90,333 for all 3 clients to get this 3 clients. So this is sample data again. It varies based upon the number of leads, number of sales, and the amount which you have spent. So this is how you can keep your track calculated, and it's the overall amount you have spent for overall year for getting all the sales. For example, if you have closed 5 deals, 20 deals, 25 deals, 40, 50 deals, whatever the number of deals you have closed in an entire year, you have spent this amount in order to get those deals closed. So this is not ROI, this is CAC. Now ROI is a percentage we have shown here. So the return of investment. So you have achieved 42.16% in the month of Jan. This is after calculating the overall expenses for the company. It includes all the salaries, commissions, incentives, EB bill, rents, other utilities. So you can see the list here. So it can be operational expenses, marketing and sales expenses, technology and infrastructure. You're investing in clouds, AWS, so research and development, so administrative expenses, employee related expenses, or any expenses. So overall expenses which you have spent in the month of Jan, and after spending this, the amount which you have generated, the revenue which you have generated, there it is like showing it is 42.16%, which is here, like if you see that you are in loss, your business is not gone good. So you in the month of April, you have actually dropped, means like the investment which you have done, the expenses which you have done overall, and the revenue which you have generated is lesser than that, so you are in loss. So always it's good to have a track on this, so that you can go deep and check like where it have went wrong. And next is the net profit. It's overall profit in the month you have achieved, and revenue which you generated means the revenue which you generated and the profit out of it means this is the calculations which we have done already here. So you don't need to worry about it. Just have to you don't need to enter any data in this dashboard sheet. So here also it shows you the targeted revenue which you entered in the uh, prediction sheet. For example, if I am entering here, instead of 5 crores, I want to reach 4 crores. So this data will change. Instead of 570 leads, showing 469. And if you come to dashboard, see the targeted revenue. It's showing that your targeted revenue for this year to reach out is something like 4 crore. And so far the leads you have generated is 354. And so for the ROI, it's like showing like you have like 1283.36 percentage you have ROI so far. And cost of acquisition is different from the cost of client acquisition cost. So here it is it's a cost of acquisition where you have spent this amount to acquire this for acquisition of say leads, the deals which you have closed, and number of deals which you have closed is 40 so far. And the total revenue generated here, it shows in the dashboard for founder to have easy track, and it shows the net profit you have achieved from this revenue and the total expenses. So this shows in the first column, so that first row, so that you can track it in every week by week or whenever you go for meetings. And also it shows the overall expenses, where which part is like having more expenses and whichever is less. So here if you see like miscellaneous is the less one, and if you see that the marketing is like highest one, employees is highest one. So you can see, and here it comes to the this is a very important part here. So leads generated per month. So in the month of Jan you generated 8 leads where you have closed 1 sale. So in the month of June you generated 50 and you closed 7. So in the total is 354 40 again it's showing here. And the sales rep performance, where the names of the sales people will be here. And you can see that the number of sales they have done, the performance meter here. And if you see that the lead sources is where for example you can just have this track where you can see that where we are getting most of the leads. Are we getting from the email outbounds? Are we getting from the LinkedIn email? Are we getting from the website, freelancing, or referrals? So it will show you exactly which one is like actually generating more leads for us. Now if you see that it also shows the prediction here as well. So the targeted revenue which we mentioned in the prediction, so on daily basis you can just have a look. So where you have to achieve, you can just keep a track like lead generated, it's 354. And you can see that in prediction A, if you want to follow prediction A, you have to generate 469 leads. So you're having deficit, so you need to work on generating more leads and also this converting the sales. And the average ticket size is same, you have to maintain. You have to just focus on the leads which you have to generate and the conversions. So if you want to follow prediction B, you can follow either one, whichever you feel that if you have a capacity of generating more leads, you can follow for prediction A. And if you feel that you cannot generate more leads, you want to reach out to the new target revenue, then in that case you have to go for prediction B or prediction C. So you can follow either of them. And also this metrics will show you that what are your expenses mostly happening. So you can just compare them and you can identify. Now this is the dashboard overlook and also prediction I have covered so that you can understand. Now expense data, if you see that we have expense data, here is what you will be updating the data. For example, this in these drop downs, you can just select, like for example, if you want to pay the rent, and you can just copy the date from previous one row and you can mention here, and you can double click and you can just mention it for month of March. So for example, there is no order wise, you need to just update the date wise, so the code will automatically update here. So you don't need to follow any order wise data. Randomly you can update. You can also update the data, means like in case if you forgot that we are in September or we are in December now. So in case if you remember that you did some spendings on in the month of Jan in the beginning, and you forgot to mention that, yes, you can mention here. You just have to copy and you have to just select on the drop downs whether it is operational, whether it's like technology and infrastructure, marketing and sales. So you just have to mention here. You can select anything. So if you're getting any prompt, no worries, you can just go ahead. Now you can mention that whatever the amount you have like spend on it. So in order to show you, for example, if I'm just not adding the amount right now, so we are adding it for month of March in marketing and sales, in public relations. If you go here in the month of March in marketing and sales, in public relations PR, already it is mentioned as 20,000. Now we are adding 25,000. Let's see, it's 45,000. So this I mean, whatever amount you mention here with the particular specific date when you did the expenses spendings, and by adding the exact drop downs, that would be exactly updated in the dashboard. Now let's go for the leads. So in leads, this sheet is completely like linked with all the other sheets till the deals won and nurturing, and also the prediction. So let's give you the overview how to use it. You need to copy the date, and you can mention here, you can mention the date when the lead has got generated. So just ensure that you are mentioning the right date or nearby. For example, this lead has got generated on 24th of September, and yeah, so here you have to mention the same name which you have mentioned in the employee data. So for example, it's the founder is taking the call, the founder is managing these leads. You can just edit, and you can mention the founder. You can rename either one. You can rename name one as your name. These are the options. You can just leave this as it is. It will not disturb you. So, or else if you have 4 employees, 3 employees, you just have to rename those 3 to 4 employees, and you have to mention their names, and then you can select, and based upon the selections, you need to enter the email ID of your client, for example, and you need to enter the name of the person, name of the lead, and company name, and the source is very important. For example, it's email outbound, and the contact is, I mean, the point of contact method, which means like you are having a touch, you are contacting the the client or using the email source. Now you will mark this contacted only if you have drop the email to the client. Means if you have attempted or trying, I mean, if you have tried contacting the client or attempted, you can mention as contacted here, or else you can just leave it as not contacted, so that it will show you how many leads you have not yet contacted. Now I'm mentioning contacted since I have dropped email for this sample lead, just in hypothetical, and the response, it's bounced. So the date will automatically come here, the date, which will help you to understand like the last activity date. You can ignore this part. You can ignore the L column here when it is bounced, and you can also delete here, and the last activity when you mark this. And for example, if you are dropping emails and the client is not responding, you can again click on no response, and this will keep increasing. For example, if it's tomorrow, it will show 1. If it is like been 3 days when we dropped email to this client and still has no response, it will show 3, and it will also change its color. Now if you are selecting qualified, move to prospect, the lead's job is done. Means the lead has been successfully qualified, where the lead have replied you, responded you, and if you have agreed for the meeting, where the lead have said yes, we can go ahead for the meeting, need some time, then in that case you can click on follow up required, or you can click on not interested, move to nurturing if the lead says that he's not interested. Now what happens when you click qualified, it will go to qualified list. If you click on follow up request, it will stay here itself. Also it will keep adding this days here. And if you select on not interested, move to nurturing, it will go to nurturing leads. In nurturing we have two sections. One is qualified leads, another is non-qualified leads. So it will add here. For example, um, if the lead is not qualified, and if you're marking as not interested, move to nurturing. So you can see the lead number, it is 355. I'm clicking on not interested, move to nurturing. If you see here, it will add 355. As you don't need to copy and paste, it will do automatically. And also it will show the date when it has got entered into this list. So you need to select here the probability of the lead can get converted. If it is medium range, 31 to 70, and still nurturing, if you're sending email on monthly basis to this leads, which is nurturing. And if the lead is getting like qualified, you can mark as leads qualified, so that you can no need to disturb those leads after that. And what happens if you select follow I mean the qualified? Yes, if you select the qualified, now the job of this lead in this leads page is done. So the lead is already in qualified, so it is showing. For example, if you're marking bounced again, and if you're marking qualified again, you will be getting a prompt that the lead is already there in the qualified sheet. So now the lead is there in the qualified sheet, which is 355. If you see here, yes, so we got the 355. So no need to copy the name, email, company. Again, prospected entry date, where the date of the lead which got entered into this. So this will stay here as it is. In case, for example, if you have copied this lead couple of days back, you can manually enter the date, no need to worry. And also you can click on meeting one. So once the lead is moved from lead stage to qualified list, your job is to fix the meeting with the lead. It's fine, it's okay if if the lead is in freelancing, like webs, you're getting leads from freelancing or referrals, whatever it is. It's very important that meeting is must. So before being an IT founder, before closing the deal, it's very important for you to fix meeting one. So in meeting one, once you click on meeting one, if the client says that, he will come in the meeting, and if it's no show, you can mark no show. The activity date will automatically come here. And if you and client are in discussion stage, then you can discuss. Like once meeting one is done, you are in discussion stage, it's done. Now the client needs another meeting, then again the date will get updated here. And now the client says not interested, or the client is no show, you have to mark no show. If it is discussion stage, fine, it will, you're just marking an activity. If the client says not interested, now if you click on this not interested, it will again go to nurturing, but not in the qualified, not qualified. It will go to the qualified here. If you see 355, the lead where you have got. So you can just mark the like the probability of getting closed, and you can keep nurturing. Once the lead is like responding you, or once the direct stage which gets changed from the nurturing to deal one, if the lead is from follow up list or qualified, means if the meeting is done, then directly it will get deals closed. So you can mark whichever it is. And if you are marking deals one, from here you need to copy the 4 cells, and then you need to paste in deals one here. Okay, it's automatically moving here. Great. So you don't need to copy here, this is also automated. You just have to copy the above one, mention, and whether it is one-time purchase or subscription, you can keep adding whatever the type of the sales you have. And then you can just update the service product, other prices like quoted price, final price, contract duration, revenue collected, and outstanding amount. For example, if it is 6 lakh and if you are collected, the final price is 550, and if you are collected this amount, it will show you here the remaining amount, and the net revenue is 5,50,000. And you can use this as a USD or INR. So if you're following any one currency, you have to follow the entire, you have to keep, you know, converting into INR or USD for salaries and all this data. You don't need to mention dollar symbol or rupee symbol here. And next is the payment schedule you can mention, and the requirements if you want to mention, so optionals. So implementation status, that is in progress, completed, not started. And for every like for all the sheets you have the mini dashboards here, you can understand the net revenue you have collected, and revenue sorry, the net revenue, and the collected revenue, and the outstanding pending revenue, and the deals you have closed so far, deal types, and also deal sales rep. So this sales, name 4 have closed 8 sales, name 3 have closed 5 sales. So the project duration you can track here. So all this we have made very easy for you to, you know, keep track on it. And next is what happens here. If you click on deals closed, it will directly come to deals closed. But since the lead is already in the deals closed, we have moved from nurturing, so it will show you that the lead is already existing. Got it? Okay, so these are the options we have: deal closed, deal lost, and not interested. So for not interested and deal lost, it will move to nurturing. Now the follow-up. For example, if most of the leads will actually fall into the follow-up request, they will not directly get closed. Once in a blue moon it happens. And now if I click on follow-up request, yes, the lead will come to the next available row here, 355. And if you see that the date, again, the date of the lead which got entered into this sheet will get marked here along with the time, and the lead owner who is handling this, and the email, all these details. Now for example, I just want to mention that what is the following follow-up source. Now in case if you're following up through WhatsApp or any freelancer, you can just mention that it's a manually you have to enter here, yes. And we have merged G and H so that you can mention some pretty, you know, like some additional notes. So I'm mentioning sample notes 1. Once I click enter here, the date will, you know, get updated here, and I can also mention the next follow-up date. So in order to get next follow-up dates, you just have to double click here. You don't need to do anything, and you can just mention whenever the next follow-up you have selected. For example, 2nd of October, and if we are getting closer to that, for example, yeah, yes, so it will show you the follow-up pending, means today's follow-up is 2. Now I'm just making this date same. Sorry. So this is not based upon the um, date of last contacted. This is based upon the present date. Means today it's 27th September, and once we reach out to the 2nd of October, it will show here 3 follow-ups today. Now let's do a small testing here. I'll show you how. Let's change this date for today. See, it's today's follow-up 3. Overall 13 follow-up, and older than 3 days is 12 follow-up. Deals done in follow-up means the deals actually got closed in this follow-up. Now, for example, if I am making this follow-up for tomorrow, see, today's follow-up is 2 again, and pending follow-up last 3 days is 13, not 12 now. And sorry, it's like pending follow-up older than 3 days. This is like 3 days back, means we have missed out these follow-ups. At least 3 days is what the grace period where we can follow up to the lead, and if it is more than 3 days, we are actually doing a very uh, bad job here. We need to work on this. We need to keep the follow-ups on track. So this is very important, like metrics, guys. So you have to ensure that like you're following up, and this list will actually become zero. So the pending follow-ups it should maintain already always zero. Now you can also see here that the sales rep, where you can see that like for example, like let's assume that Akash is name one. He have like follow-ups today two, and last 3 days follow-up is two, which he have missed. Older than 3 days, which means he have not followed the lead and it has gone more than 3 days, so it's like four. You can check the metrics here, which sales person is actually having the pendings here. And now the last one, and here for example, I am getting a feedback from client that wanted to discuss with my partner. The lead needs to consult with the business partner. Here is the secret tip you get. Ask if you can help. Offer to be available to any discussions or provide further information this partner might need. Means this will give you some hint and tips for each lead, where you can get some kind of motivation, and you get some kind of reminder what you can do with this lead mostly. Okay, guys. So once the lead gets closed, you have to mark deals closed. But we have already moved this lead from nurturing to deal zone. But still, if we mark here, it will show us the prompt. Great. Now, in case if it's not interested, again it will show prompt because the lead is in nurturing as well. Okay. So this is the complete dashboard we have created for you, and we hope that you will start using of this. So what you have to do is you have to delete the dummy, I mean the sample data. So we'll be sharing you the URL. You have to copy the URL and paste it in your browser, and you'll be getting a prompt to copy this entire sheet into your account, your personal Gmail or wherever it is. So you can copy, and the first thing you're going to do is replace the your logo, and you can start using of entire sheets, which will actually reduce your time stress, and also it will add more value to your like company's performance, business performance. And we hope so that everything goes good. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And we'll try to bring latest more updates in the same sheets, and also we'll try to like share that as if like earliest. And I want to show you the last thing, that we have the app script here. Please don't change any kind of codes in the app script, because if you change any code, the entire sheet may stop working. So here you can add the codes if you want. So for example, if you want this button to work, leads, if you click on leads, it will directly open the leads page. If you click on deal zone, it will directly open the deal zone page, but you need to add the code manually here. And if you want us to add, you can give us a mail. I'll write my email ID here, you can note down. You can just drop mail to contact@techconversion.com here, and you can mention that you need a code for this. We'll share you. You after entering the code in app script, you need to allow the permissions. So we have not added, because it will ask you to allow the permissions from your account. That's why we have not added this code here. Okay, guys, all the best. Let's start using this sheet, and please share your feedback if you have anything to add more or do changes, or if you are finding any bugs or any kind of problems using this. Always we require a feedback from you. Thank you, guys. All the best.